Dear viewers, less than 2 years, 500 and something days. That's how long it took for the dream to turn into a nightmare. They called it a symbol of New India. They called it a marvel. They called it the Atal Setu, the Mumbai Trans-Harbour link built on a promise of efficiency, quality and a jaw-dropping price tag of rupees 17,840 crore. Now less than 2 years into the grand inauguration by the Prime Minister, the shine is off. The paint is peeling, the road is cracking, and the system that was supposed to build us a future is exposed as fundamentally broken. The question we are asking today isn't just about a few cracks, it's about accountability. When a project worth thousands of crores fails this fast, it stops being an engineering problem. It becomes a failure of governance. Who is guarding the public purse? And why are the contractors, the ones who took our money, still walking free? Hello, I'm Tejas and you're watching Honest Take on Lokmat Times. In this video, let's dive into the Atal Setu resurfacing controversy, a rupees 17,000 crore question that needs to be asked. But before we start, you know the drill. Please do subscribe to Lokmat Times if you haven't already and press the bell icon to never miss an update. And if you care about the future of our infrastructure and the value of your tax money, you need to watch this video till the very end. So why are we discussing the Atal Setu? Because the latest news is the most damning. As of November 2025, the Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority, the MMRDA, the supervising body, has confirmed the start of comprehensive resurfacing work on the Atal Setu. Resurfacing on India's longest sea bridge, inaugurated in January 2024. Let that sink in. The bridge is barely out of its infancy and already the engineers from IIT Bombay have been called in to supervise remedial work. The MMRDA tries to spin it, saying it is for enhanced durability and that the bridge is structurally safe. But you don't call in the technical experts for a world-class brand new road unless something has gone catastrophically wrong. The blame for this major surface distress is centered on a 2-kilometer stretch, though ground reports suggest it's actually closer to 3 or 4 kilometers on the Navi Mumbai bound carriageway. This stretch falls under Package 2, a contract awarded to the Tata Projects Limited Daewoo E&C joint venture. The contractor is paying for the fix. Of course they are. The work is still under the defect liability period DLP. But here is the core issue that cuts through the corporate jargon. Why did a project which was supposed to be built to withstand the traffic and the monsoon, the very predictable challenges of Mumbai, fail before the DLP even had a chance to expire? The very need for a full-phased IIT Bombay supervised restoration job on a project this new is an admission of a fundamental unforgivable failure in the original construction quality. It suggests that what we were sold as world-class was in reality shoddy corner-cutting work allowed to happen on the taxpayer's dime. This resurfacing isn't an isolated incident, it's another ugly chapter in a rapid-fire saga of deterioration that began almost immediately after the ribbon was cut. June 2024, 5 months in, cracked surface on the approach road near Ulve, part of a different package handled by contractor Strabag. The MMRDA, swift to act, clarifies it's the approach road, not the main bridge. Small comfort when the whole project is a single entity. They imposed a fine of rupees 1 crore. Then September 2025, the truth went viral. Videos showing extensive patchwork and major surface distress on the sea bridge itself, the crown jewel of the project, sparked genuine outrage. The contractors for Package 2, the Tata Projects Daewoo JV, were finally nailed for the structural failure of the road surface. Action taken, the MMRDA once again imposed a rupees 1 crore penalty and critically extended the defect liability period by 1 year to January 2027. Look at this sequence. We have two major incidents. 2 rupees 1 crore fines on a structure that cost nearly rupees 18,000 crore. This isn't a slip-up, this is a pattern, and the action taken against it is a joke. This is where the political establishment and the administrative machinery of the MMRDA must face the music. Not the worker on the site, not the materials used, but the institution that is supposed to enforce quality. Let's talk numbers because the numbers are insulting. The total cost of this mega project was rupees 17,840 crore. The fine levied on the contractor for the most serious failure so far, the one that requires a full resurfacing, was rupees 1 crore. Do the math, people. That rupees 1 crore fine represents 0.0056% of the total project cost. It is so insignificant, so negligible that it is not a penalty, it is a token gesture. It is the cost of doing bad business. Imagine you bought a house for rupees 1 crore. If the roof collapsed in 5 months and the builder was fined rupees 560, would you call that justice? Would you call that a deterrent? No. You would call it a scandal. The contractor for package 2 earned rupees 5,612 crore from the MMRDA for that stretch of road. The rupees 1 crore fine is mere 0.0178% of their contract value. They lost less than 0.02% of their fee. This system, presided over by the MMRDA, has created an environment where it is cheaper to build shoddily and pay the token fine than it is to invest properly in world-class quality from day one. The fine does not punish poor work, it subsidizes it. The most scandalous failure of the MMRDA is not the token fine. It is the absolute refusal to blacklist the companies responsible for these repeated quality failures. When you have clear evidence of poor workmanship requiring extensive emergency repairs on a flagship project, the institutional response must be to remove that company from the government's bidding list. It is called blacklisting. It is the only real deterrent. It's what holds contractors accountable because it threatens their very existence in the market. Yet, despite repeated failures on a project less than 2 years old, no blacklisting action has been taken against the company responsible for the resurfacing section. The MMRDA knows how to blacklist. They did it in September 2024, blacklisting a subcontractor for a minor safety lapse on Metro Line 9. The BMC has done it, blacklisting a contractor and imposing a massive rupees 64 crore fine for delays on a cement road project. Even NHAI has stated its intention to blacklist defaulters. But on this project, the rupees 17,840 crore symbol of our infrastructure ambition, the main contractor who gave us a failed road in 5 months is simply told to fix it and the defect liability period is extended. The MMRDA attributes the surface damage to exceptionally heavy rains and continuous traffic flow. But let's be brutally honest, this is Mumbai. Heavy rains and continuous traffic are not exceptional circumstances. They are the basic predictable conditions the bridge was designed to endure. If the bridge cannot withstand a typical Mumbai monsoon, then the design or the execution or both are tragically flawed. This isn't just about a damaged road, it's about lost public confidence in the one sector that truly drives development. So here is my honest take. This Atal Setu fiasco is the perfect chilling case study of our infrastructure crisis. Massive spending, high profile inauguration, immediate quality failure, token fines, and zero meaningful accountability. Until the MMRDA and other authorities decide to get tough, to make fines truly proportional, and to use blacklisting not as a rare threat but as a guaranteed consequence for failure, this cycle will continue. We will keep paying rupees 17,000 crore for projects that don't even last for 2 years. We will keep celebrating grand inaugurations only to find ourselves driving over the same old pothole patches. The failure of the Atal Setu is not a failure of construction alone. It is a profound failure of governance. And until those taking these important decisions are held accountable for letting the contractors run loose, the roads will continue to crack and the promises will continue to break. The people of Mumbai deserve better than rupees 17,000 crore question mark looming over their city. That's all for now on today's Honest Take. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and never stop asking tough questions.